Welcome to Facts Info. We're excited to bring you a unique journey through time with our special segment, On This Day. Explore the pages of history as we unravel the importance of today and delve into the events that made it truly exceptional. Join us in discovering why this day holds a special place in the annals of history.
Leaning Tower of Pisa reopens. 2001. In 2001, on this day, Italy's Leaning Tower of Pisa reopened after an 11-year, $27 million restoration to fortify it without removing its famous lean. Construction started in the 12th century, and the tower began leaning due to a sinking foundation. Despite attempts to compensate, it was completed in 1360 with a dramatic 15-foot lean. Closed in 1990 over collapse fears, a restoration team reduced the lean by 16 to 17 inches, and it reopened on December 15, 2001. The iconic tilt remains, attracting tourists who pose next to it pretending to hold it up. United States announces that it will recognize Communist China. 1978. In 1978, on this day in a pivotal Cold War move, President Jimmy Carter announces on this day in 1978 that as of January 1, 1979, the United States will formally recognize the Communist People's Republic of China, PRC, and sever relations with Taiwan. Since Mao Zedong's revolution in 1949, the U.S. had refused recognition of the PRC, supporting instead the nationalist Chinese government on Taiwan. Tensions rose, with clashes during the Korean War and PRC support to North Vietnam in the 1960s. By the 1970s, the U.S. sought closer relations with the PRC for economic and political benefits, hoping to play the China card against the Soviets. Carter's announcement, recognizing the PRC and severing ties with Taiwan, led to the passage of the Taiwan Relations Act in Congress, granting Taiwan quasi-diplomatic status and ensuring continued arms sales. An unofficial representative, the American Institute in Taiwan, would replace the U.S. Embassy in Taiwan, serving American interests in the region. Architect of the Holocaust sentenced to die. 1961. In 1961, on this day in Tel Aviv, Israel, Adolf Eichmann, the Nazi SS officer central to Hitler's final solution, was sentenced to death by an Israeli war crimes tribunal. Born in 1906 in Germany, Eichmann joined the SS in 1932, rising through the ranks. Assigned to Vienna and Prague, he efficiently orchestrated Jewish deportations. In 1942, Eichmann played a crucial role in the Wannsee Conference, where the Nazis planned the Holocaust, leading to the extermination of millions in death camps. After World War II, Eichmann eluded capture, residing in Argentina under the alias Ricardo Clement. In 1960, Israeli intelligence, Mossad, discovered his location. On May 11, 1960, Mossad operatives seized Eichmann on a Buenos Aires street and smuggled him to Israel. Eichmann's trial began on April 11, 1961, in Jerusalem, the first ever televised trial. Facing 15 charges, he argued he was following orders, but the judges convicted him on all counts on December 15, 1961. On May 31, 1962, Eichmann was executed near Tel Aviv. His trial underscored the principle that individuals could be held accountable for war crimes, even if acting on orders, and remains a significant event in Holocaust history. The American Psychiatric Association removes homosexuality from its list of mental illnesses. 1973. In 1973, on this day the American Psychiatric Association, APA, made a groundbreaking decision, reversing a long-standing stance by declassifying homosexuality as a mental illness or sickness and eliminating it from the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM. This resolution was a significant turning point for gay rights, acknowledging that labeling well-adjusted individuals as mentally ill was unwarranted. The APA's resolution included a commitment to civil rights legislation, seeking to extend protections to homosexual citizens at a time when many U.S. states still upheld anti-sodomy laws. Despite this progress, the decision did not immediately address broader issues, such as the eventual legalization of gay marriage, which would unfold over the following decades. Importantly, The resolution did not prevent attempts at conversion therapy, often endorsed by conservative groups. This harmful practice, aimed at changing an individual's sexual orientation, continues to be widely condemned today and is illegal for minors in some states. The shift in the APA's stance followed a pivotal moment in the 1972 APA annual meeting, where a masked speaker, Dr. H. Anonymous, later revealed as Dr. John Fryer, declared, "I am a homosexual. I am a psychiatrist." Advocates like Barbara Giddings and Frank Kameny played essential roles in influencing the APA's decision. This historical episode is explored in depth in the 2021 PBS documentary, Cured. Boeing 787 Dreamliner completes first flight. 2009. In 2009, on this day the Boeing 787 Dreamliner completed its inaugural flight from Payne Field in Everett, Washington. The event marked a new era in air travel, attended by over 12,000 guests and employees. The flight initiated a global and intensive test program involving 6 airplanes, with the first delivery scheduled for the fourth quarter of 2010. Taking off at 10:27 a.m. local time, the Dreamliner landed at Seattle's Boeing Field after approximately 3 hours. Chief Pilot Mike Carricker and Captain Randy Neville tested the airplane systems and structures, transmitting real-time data to a flight test team at Boeing Field. Powered by Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines, the 787 Dreamliner promised improved efficiency, technology, and passenger comfort. The flight marked a historic day for the global team behind the first all-new jet airplane of the 21st century. The Dreamliner's advanced features, including 20% less fuel consumption and passenger-friendly innovations, garnered significant attention, making it the fastest-selling new commercial jetliner with 840 orders from 55 customers worldwide. Today in history, discover the celebrated birthdays of iconic figures who share this special day. Join us in honoring the remarkable individuals born on this day. Nero. Nero was born Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus on December 15 AD 37 in Antium, modern Anzio, 8 months after the death of Tiberius. He was an only child, the son of the politician Gnaeus Domitius Ahenobarbus and Agrippina the Younger. His mother Agrippina was the sister of the third Roman Emperor Caligula. Gustav Eiffel. Gustav Eiffel, a trained engineer, founded a company specializing in metal structural work, highlighted by the iconic Eiffel Tower in 1889. Born in 1832, he graduated in 1855, coinciding with Paris's first World's Fair. His career included notable projects such as the Porto Viaduct, 1876, Garabit Viaduct, 1884, and the Statue of Liberty. Following the Eiffel Tower's completion, Eiffel devoted his last 30 years to experimental research, marking the end of his entrepreneurial career. Schindler's List opens, wins Steven Spielberg his first Oscar. 1993. In 1993, On Tis Day, Schindler's List, released on December 15, portrays the true story of Oskar Schindler, a German businessman who saved over 1,000 Polish Jews during the Holocaust. Starring Liam Neeson, the film receives 12 Academy Award nominations and secures 7 wins, including Best Picture and Best Director for Steven Spielberg. This marks Spielberg's first Best Director win after 3 previous nominations. The movie, based on Thomas Keneally's book Schindler's Ark, chronicles Schindler's efforts to save Jews by employing them in a factory producing supplies for the German army. Ben Kingsley plays Schindler's Jewish accountant, and Ralph Fiennes portrays a malevolent Nazi officer. Born on December 18, 1946, Spielberg had earlier successes with iconic films like Jaws, 1975, and Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Following Schindler's List, Spielberg continued to direct blockbuster hits such as Jurassic Park and critically acclaimed works like Saving Private Ryan, Lincoln, and The Post. Liam Neeson, born on June 7, 1952, earns widespread acclaim for his role in Schindler's List and a Best Actor Oscar nomination. His diverse career includes notable films like Rob Roy, Michael Collins, Star Wars, Episode I, Gangs of New York, and the popular Taken series. As we close the chapter on today's historical exploration of Facts Info, we hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the past. For more captivating content, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this journey through history intriguing, and share the video with fellow enthusiasts. The tapestry of history is woven with countless stories, and we're grateful to have shared a few with you. Your support keeps us inspired and motivated to bring you more fascinating tales from the annals of time. Together, let's keep the spirit of curiosity alive.